toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to Amon G. Carter Stadium in Fort Worth, home to the TCU Horned Frogs. As we'll see the number 24 team in the country, the Houston Cougars, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the TCU Horned Frogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
Under fire. Now improvising. And it'll be incomplete. He got on the move trying to make something happen, but just couldn't find a man.
I tell you what, to get home to the quarterback and force pressure while just rushing three allows your back end to cover so much space. Now you got 8 guys in coverage. It makes you really dynamic in the back end of your defense.
Motion from the back. Wants to throw. It's Owens. Rushes on him. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. The Horned Frogs will try to pin them back with the punt.
The hardest thing to do in football is to play on the road. So you want to get those fans as quiet as possible. That is a great opening possession for this defense. Not giving up any big plays and forcing the fourth down.
Bunch formation for these receivers. Running back searching for a hole. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
All right, great little run there. Listen, it wasn't phenomenal. He didn't get a first down, but what does it do? Now it makes second down easier. The play caller looking at his sheet going, all right, I can throw it, I can run it. Still in a great position. Ready to stay ahead of the chains.
To the air on second down. Steps away to find some room. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
And listen, there's different degrees of open, but in college football, that's open. When your receiver has a step on the guy, man, those are the ones you feel like you should complete most of the time, and he just overthrew that.
From the gun, running back gets the give. Oh, he's got some space. He's at the 20. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Cougar!
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed. Look at the elusiveness. Get into the end zone. Nice run.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Finds his big tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Stopped after a pickup of 4. Good run to get it out to the 34.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule, and it makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
Such a big part to convert these third downs, and they've got it at the 42. And the Horned Frogs have it with a 1st and 10. Quarterback may change this route. Looking downfield, it's Owens. Throws to the tight end. Complete to the right. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line. The Horned Frogs are moving quickly down the field. Leaves it with the back. He's stopped after a 1-yard pickup at the 25.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Looking to fire. Oh, they're after him. Catch in the middle. It's James. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Horned Frogs. Extra point here will tie the game.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
The Houston offense comes onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. It's a draw. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
And the draw play, it's about looking over here, looking pass, and then slipping it in real quick. Defense, too quick getting in the backfield, caging that ball, making it stay in the middle of the field, getting the big TFL.
He wants to take the top off. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And the offense clearly saying, we want to take those deep shots. We want to be aggressive. And I think that's a good strategy because it makes the defense really honor what you're going to do. And just missed a little bit, but I wouldn't be surprised if this offense finds a way to come back to some of those deep balls.
To the air, it's Sorsby. Bringing the heat. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Well, this defense knew coming into this game, playing one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, they were going to have to find a way to get him off rhythm. They're going to have to be careful doing it because of that speed, but that is huge for their confidence. They get their first sack of the game here in the first half, and you can all of a sudden see the body language on this defense. It has changed.
TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
They'll send the back in motion. Back to pass on 2nd down. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. And he'll just get rid of that one.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
They couldn't make the connection on 2nd down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
Marked down pass at the 29. Now, 4th down.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Might be calling a hot route. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Makes the grab, ready for the first down. And he'll be marked down, but he's got enough to move the chains. The offense down to the 22 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Owens. It's complete on the right side. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, TCU!
Quarterback's ability abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Hand off from the shotgun. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Back to pass. Finds his tight end. He was hoping to get that thing down the sideline. They get him out of bounds at the 37.
And that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. The quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
The inside handoff. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. Houston wants to play fast.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage. And
there he goes. Out of bounds right at the 20-yard line. Edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
Yeah, this defense is going to have a plan for this tight end, especially when he lines up in the slot, because there's a lot of different routes he can run, and because of his size and his wingspan, he's very, very difficult to cover.
They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it first and goal. And the Cougars, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Houston. Hello. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Looking to throw, it's Owens. Unloads it left. That pass is incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Tight coverage and an incomplete pass. The defense knocks it away and forces a 4th down. And the Horned Frogs will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And that one will bounce and roll out of bounds. Let's see exactly where they mark it. We played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. That first quarter set the standard, and we hope we get a lot more of that here in the second. They've got a first down here to open the period. They'll run it out of the shotgun. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
A big play gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44.
Out of bounds at the 44. And that's good enough for
Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. They'll try the run. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. Houston going up tempo. Now the play fake. Here's a heat. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to him.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle box. He's moved to throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
And that's got to feel good if you're the offense, because 3rd down has been a bit of a problem all season long, but you love the way they're executing at this point, finding ways to keep the chains moving.
To the air, it's Sorsby. Caught in the backfield, it's Sanford. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. Don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Snagged in the middle, it's Perry. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
It's a makeable field goal from the 29-yard line. Let's see how aggressive they are on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. And the deflection by the defense brings up 4th down.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on 3rd down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on 3rd down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
On 4th down, looking to pass. Now adjusting. And he's sacked. A big play on 4th down to stop this drive.
I know that was tough, but as a quarterback, you got to know on 4th down, you cannot take a sack. Any way, shape, or form, you've got to be able to get rid of that football and give it an opportunity. That time, I know it wasn't blocked perfect, but the quarterback's got to have more sense of urgency.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. To the air, it's Owens. Fires to the wideout. Connection to the right. At the 35, he's open. Turning it on. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14.
And this defense is figuring out early in this football game, man. They've got to be dialed in because this passing attack, it's lethal because they get it to their speedsters, and after the catch, they're really good. Got to tighten up that coverage and get those guys on the ground when they catch the football.
That's a great job by the defense, but I don't think the quarterback made the right decision on that RPO. It looked as if the defense was expecting run. They had the box crowded. That's when the quarterback, I think, needs to hold on to and then throw downfield.
Let's it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Horned Frogs. And they take it in for 6 more points.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Coming out with it, it's Bussey. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. To be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Dropping back, it's Sorsby. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. He goes out of bounds just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line, and when you're backed up, execution like that at a premium.
Man-to-man coverage is a great opportunity for scrambling quarterbacks to take off and run because everybody on defense who's covering has their backs turned to the quarterback, obviously, because they're chasing an intended receiver or target. So good job that time by the quarterback knowing, I've got man coverage. If it's not open,
it's a seam wide open, ripping through the defense. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
And that's the dangerous part about this offense, man. They'll get the ball out to a receiver. They can do that. They can make plays after the catch. Hard to bring down, hard to tackle. That's why this offense can be so explosive.
They'll run it from the gun. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Clock stopped. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Power football with the run. Runs for the tackle. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short. Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. On the snap, it's Sanford. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. Trying to move the chains. Houston comes to the line on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on 4th down. Still going. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Hello.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle. And that extra point was good, and we're all tied up here in the 2nd. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Looking for a man, it's Owens. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Quickly out to the tight end. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
When you run this out route, you know you're starting to get close to the sidelines. I know I got to start slowing down and find a way to drag or get one toe, a pinky toe, a big toe, whatever I can inbounds. Nice effort, nice catch, way to keep something in bounds.
Tight end finds a soft spot. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Making side adjustments here. To the air on first down. Pulls it in. It's James. Breaks into the open. Big pickup before he goes out of bounds, but there is a flag. We'll have to see if it stands. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Looking downfield on first down. Quickly to the tight end. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work. The magic bean is spinning out of control. Already over 200 yards in the first half.
Yeah, they're being aggressive offensively, throwing the football, trying to take advantage of this defense.
And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. The Horned Frogs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Wants to fire on second down. Moving away from pressure. On the move to the right and looking for a big one.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
Plucks it out of the air. No chance to run, but still a good gain. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. They've already converted a fourth down in this game. They'll try to make it 2 for 2. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got his man. Will not get there. A fourth down stop.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out of the...
He lets one fly deep. Into double coverage, and they made him pay. It's intercepted. Get it down to the 28-yard line. It is a first down, and they have to show some urgency here.
Well, the quarterback wants that throwback, guys. He's thinking to himself, I'm going to drive down the field here in a 2-minute situation. We're going to get the lead. We're going to have the momentum going into the first half, but he got too aggressive. And he should have thrown that one away or eaten it, because now the other team has a chance to score points here at the end of the half.
They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. Back to throw. It's Owens. Looking to the big tight end. He caught it. And he will score. Touchdown, TCU.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now? Going into the half with the lead, with the momentum.
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Sends it back in motion. They'll start this drive with a pass. Moves around to clear up the vision. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Now they'll run the draw. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. One more snap coming before halftime. He's looking to throw. Here comes the heat. And the pass is incomplete here on third down, but there is a flag. Let's check it out. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Horned Frogs will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. Fielded in the end zone, it's Bussey. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. The Houston offense ready to go back to work. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Looking for a gap. It's Sanford. And he knocked him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Trying to pick up a first down. Looking to pass. It's Sorsby. Makes the catch. It's Sanford. It's a fumble on the play. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way.
That looks like a really easy thing to do. Oh, the ball's just on the ground. Jump on it. That's an odd-shaped ball that bounces all kind of crazy ways. Great job by the defense covering that thing up.
TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Off the play fake. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws right in those holes.
And you race it to the house. Touchdown, Horned Frogs. Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the second half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes the Houston offense once again. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
To the air, it's Sorsby. Gonna take a shot. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. Got room on the return. Takes it back inside the 40. They'll mark him at the 39-yard line, and the interception has set up great field position. Guys, this offense coming back out onto the field. He might want another play. Wants to throw on first down. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. He's got the sidelines going nuts as he gets it down to the 18-yard line.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the...
And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, TCU! No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6.
When these offenses get in a rhythm, they're hard to stop. Already up early, got a short field, take advantage of it too, get another touchdown. This offense is doing whatever they want to do and having a lot of success.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Tough to beat in action, gentlemen. You know that. Let's take a look at the highlights. Buffalo is in trouble. Check that. They're in a world of trouble. May want to head out early and grab a table at the Anchor Bowl. They're trailing by 18 to Toledo. Any big developments here in the MAC, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Guys?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Houston sending the offense back onto the field. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
The Cougars can really attack on this 2nd and short. Scanning the field, it's Sorsby. Caught near the sticks, it's Carter. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
Looking to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Sanford. Defense uses the sideline there, and he gets it into plus territory.
Well, look, this quarterback has struggled a little bit in this game with interceptions. Maybe he was being too greedy early on. That time made a real good decision. I'll tell you what, that's a nice catch by the running back because that ball's in the air a long time. You're throwing it all the way out to the flat like that. You look like a receiver making that catch and getting extra yards.
Looking for a chunk play on 2nd and short. Got it in the middle, it's Sanford. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
Well, you've seen the last 2 plays now. This guy's versatility, and you've seen why he might be playing on Sundays in the not-too-distant future. This guy can catch the ball. He's a big part of their passing game, and he's a weapon and a guy that this defense has got to be ready for.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Oh, he's got some space. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. Just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Looking to pass inside the red zone. Firing to the right, complete. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. Running backs just have to be a weapon in the passing game, even for little dump-offs and checkdowns.
Yeah, find your matchups. I mean, you think about running back versus a linebacker. We like that matchup in space, and so find ways to get the football to your running back in space where you can break tackles and make things happen because they're just so dynamic.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
Back to throw, it's Sorsby. It's complete to the right.
Obviously, great job picking up the first down there through the air, but you're trailing by a lot of points now, and you're in that area of the field where you should take a shot. If I was the offensive coordinator, I'd be thinking about throwing this next one into the end zone and trying to cut into the lead.
The Cougars trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. Wants to go up top. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Houston! Quick strike through the air for the score. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different, bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
And they did tack on the extra point. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Finds his big tight end. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Wide open downfield. Inside the 20-yard line. Pushed out at the 18, and they're in business. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. The give on the inside. And he's brought down after a solid gain, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd quarter. And talk about spreading the ball around, everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter.